Hey class, it's Andre with the review on Where's the Friends Home for Near Eastern 386. In this film review, I will focus on the role of authority and symbolism. To give context, this film is about Ahmed, who is on a quest to return his friend Muhammad Reza's notebook in order for him to do his homework and not get expelled. On the way, he encounters many struggles to find the home, especially through the roles of adults. The director, Abbas Kiarostami, uses simple scenes and images. Note his genius in using non-actors and children to play the leading role. The 1987 film and many others like The Taste of Cherry, The Wind Will Carry Us, and Through the Olive Tree have been characterized by his signature, reflexive, and long-take cinema. By placing focus on the scenes and imagery, it poetically reveals the simplistic messages behind his film. In an interview, he says that the filmmaker has carried the film up to here, and now has given the audience to think about it and watch these characters from very far away, hence allowing the viewers to creatively interpret what seems like simple movies. The questions I raise is, how does Ahmed deal with the sources of authority in his life, and what does the use of technique for simple imagery symbolize for viewers? First off, it is clear that there is a division between Ahmed and the adults. The teacher enters the classroom irate that the children have not begun their lessons, even though he was late. Not only that, but he belittles and threatens to expel Mohammed Reza while he is crying because he forgot his homework at his cousin's house. After Ahmed mistakenly takes Muhammad Reza's notebook, he is ignored by his mother when he pleads to return the notebook. Repeating the situation that he could be expelled, her answer is no, and he needs to stop making excuses for not doing his homework. Ironically, she asks him to do tasks like get the laundry basin and go buy bread, instead of allowing him to do his homework. On his quest to Poshta, he asks adults for help finding Muhammad's home, but they all disregard him and point him in the wrong direction. On his way back to Kokura, his grandpa asks him to buy cigarettes even though he already has cigarettes. He mentions how it is a lesson to be brought up proper, that as a boy he would be beaten for no just reason, but in fear of becoming useless in society. Because he could not return the notebook, Ahmed ends up doing both of their homework. Analyzing these moments of authority, what do we see? Something obvious is when Ahmed has to repeat himself to everyone in order to get their attention. The repetition of dialogue becomes absurd, which can be seen as poetic, that represents the complete lack of communication between generations and lack of interest in understanding children. This makes me wonder, is it because children and adults do not trust one another? His grandfather's message served as an insight to the closed world, where disobeying orders in order to do selfless acts is looked at negatively. The misconception within authority shown by adult figures interpret tradition and disregard. The film is an empathetic and profound depiction of childhood. Compassion and empathy can be seen in the expression of Ahmed as he bears the guilt of not returning the notebook. The film in the lens of symbolism depicts multiple doors, which act as entrapment, or the lack of freedom. The opening scene is when the door is slightly ajar. Later, when the students enter, it wouldn't close after the teacher asked him to close it. The teacher acts as an object of fear and oppression. He did not care that the notebooks were mixed up, but how the homework was written and completed. He also didn't care how children were helping their family farm instead of doing their homework. The demand of children can be seen as submission of children to respect authority and power. Near the end, when darkness arises, Ahmed is doing both their homework. The windows burst open as to say that although he did something bad, he has created a friendship in a hostile world. Although Ahmed's impossible quest to find his friend's home is like the mirroring quest of life, where sometimes you have to do wrong in order to do right. And hence the flower that the carpenter gives him is representing friendship.